My name is Amanago.
Please be seated, please. First, let me sincerely apologize that I came in here before this event started. It was not my fault. However, I take responsibility for it. Somebody said, I will call you to know when you're going to come. I left UK last night, arrived Lagos this morning, took the very first flight by 6:30, arrived Abuja by 8. And when I arrived by 8, I called someone and said, when you're ready, tell me I'll be here. And I kept saying, are we ready? We are going to start. But that I own up, I was late. I sincerely apologize. Number two is that this is a retreat organized by Labour and Labour Party. My job here is to listen. Because it will be one of the most disappointing and grave damage to Nigerian existence if Labour goes through this effort and supports somebody to lead this country and he fails. God forbid. So for me, I want to listen. I want to take note. That note is more important to me than anything. I don't want to tell you people any idea. I want to listen to you. My job is to listen. So that you don't go there and start giving them excuse. Because what we are used to in this country is for people to go into office and start saying what they saw when they get in there. I don't want to see anything when I get in there. I want to hear it now. So I know what to do when I get in there. The job of the leader is to solve problems and show solution, not to give excuse. I don't want to go there and people start saying, oh, I'm blaming the people in the past. They did this, they did that. If they were doing good, you won't hire me. So I'm being hired to deal with the problem, not to remind them where they're coming from. I don't want to remind Nigerians where they're coming from. I want to start solving the problem. I listened to the president. I listened to Falana. In fact, people like Falana, well, I always tell even my brother Pastor Tommy and so I say, listen, you know, you get to a stage, you'll be wondering whether you're right or you're wrong. Because how can you be speaking like this and nothing is happening? Even my only two way, I go to my house, my wife will tell me, just drop everything about GDP outside. Come inside this house and eat so that we can have peace. Because at the time you answer yourself, what is wrong with this country? ASU is on strike for 7 months. Just, I'm not making a speech, but as that 7 months, you might not know. The committee which ASU is strike and the issues that were on strike is since 2009. It is not today. They've actually done so many strikes about this issue. From 2010, they've been striking. They were striking about this issue while I was governor. I remember very well because I was dealing with it as a governor in Anambra State University. And if I recall since then, what they were demanding was about just about 1 or 1.3 trillion, something like that. You mean Nigeria cannot pay that over the past 12 years? Come on. Our oil today, they mentioned it here as being stolen. Oil is not sweet you put in your pocket. It's not a grocery. For you to steal oil, a ship must come into your territory. Navy must approve the ship to come into your territory. Otherwise, it's war. So who is approving that? Who is stealing the oil? How much are we talking? 1.3 trillion. We are the only oil producing country, the only OPEC country that is not meeting up its quota. Apart from Venezuela that is on strike, that is on sanction. Because of sanction, every other person is actually asking to produce more. We are not meeting our own. To show you the amount of money as is stealing, throughout the month of July, our oil production, our quota is 1.8 million per day. Throughout that month, our production, a level was 1,083,000 barrels. That means we are lacking every single day 717 barrels from our own authorized quota. If you tabulate that, it came to 22 in the month, it came to 22,227,000 thereabout. Oil on the average sold in July, you can use an average of 110. I've said it everywhere. Multiply with that number, you have $2,445,000,000. Official rate of dollar is 410. My rate and your rate is 690. No, 690. 690. If you put 410 and 690, it will give you 1,100. Divide it into 2, so we can get the average. So average is 550. If you multiply 550 with $2,445,000,000, it will give you $1,344,750,000,000. That will solve us strike. 1 month. That is 1 month still, what we didn't do 1 month. 1 month. 1 month, this thing will end. Just 1 month. And they continue other months. There's something wrong. And it is time we confront it. My dear people, I'm here to listen. Learning and listening is a critical component of leadership. I succeeded in Anambra State because I learned and listened to people who know. I'm happy that Falana is there. He will tell you, even though he's still accusing me for not paying his fees, he knows that I cannot pay fees. That's my problem. But he's not the only person. Last night, I showed somebody in the plane. I said to him, my head of service is a fantastic civil servant. Let nobody tell you the problem is civil servant. No, I disagree with the person. President was right. If the leader is doing the right thing, the civil servant will. My head of service is Ngozi Melifong, where everybody knows that. A daughter of a respected judge in this country, wonderful woman. When he was my head of service, every single day he comes to my office to cry and tell me, no, people are not happy with you. And I kept saying, Sister Ngozi, I never promised anybody happiness. But I can tell you, weeks ago, he wrote something he wanted to publish. It will eventually be published. Peter Obi, stinginess as a development strategy. Because what happened? Every time they bring file, bring this, I say, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. So they were not happy.